You wake up broke, unemployed, and one polite cough away from being homeless. And by the end of the day, you've saved a socialite from romantic disaster, been to glamorous parties, met rich men, tried makeup for the first time, and, oh yes, fallen in love. All in less than 24 hours. It's like Cinderella, but instead of a fairy godmother, you're your own fairy godmother, with a bit of lipstick and a lot of nerve. So, let me introduce you to Miss Guinevere Pettigrew. If the name sounds like someone who'd spend her days sipping tea politely, you'd be right, sort of. But reality? Miss Pettigrew is a terrible governess, and she knows it. She's been trying to find work for years, but the poor lady can't catch a break. One morning, she's sent to a new address, a young lady supposedly looking for a governess. Perfect, right? Miss Pettigrew probably imagines a quiet household with kids needing lessons and a respectable income at the end of the month. Wrong. She arrives at the apartment of Miss Delysia LaFosse, a dazzling woman who looks like she just stepped off the set of a 1930s movie musical. Glamour? Check. Mystery? Check. Drama? Triple check. Turns out, LaFosse is not actually looking for a governess. She's in deep trouble. Her love life is a mess, involving at least 2 men currently tangled somewhere in her apartment. One's upstairs, one's downstairs. It's like a badly rehearsed play about to explode. Instead of fainting or backing away, Miss Pettigrew surprises herself. She jumps in, using her crude ways, her experience with chaotic employers, and a side of unexpected courage. In a whirlwind, she saves LaFosse from being caught red-handed. Who knew a nearly homeless governess could have such quick reflexes? But that's just the beginning. Over the course of that single day, Pettigrew becomes LaFosse's unofficial fixer, helping her avoid social disasters, mend love affairs, and keep her sparkling reputation intact. She even steps in to rescue LaFosse's friend, Miss Dewberry, from a rocky relationship. Now, for Miss Pettigrew, this world is brand new. Glittering parties, late-night clubs, men with more money than sense, and women who live by deception and appearances. She's like an anthropologist dropped into a strange new tribe, taking notes on all the makeup, fake names, and strategic romances. Speaking of names, Delysia LaFosse isn't even her real name. She used to be Sarah Grubbs. Yeah, Sarah Grubbs. The name change alone is a masterstroke in reinvention. Miss Pettigrew learns fast that success here depends on looks, charm, and crafting a new identity. Sometimes literally with makeup and nose jobs. Miss Dewberry? She's playing the long game. Marry an old, rich man, wait for him to shuffle off, then inherit the estate. It's all a survival game in high society, and Miss Pettigrew is learning the rules, one champagne glass at a time. But the biggest shock comes when Miss Pettigrew, who's never lied before in her life, meets Joe, a wealthy man who keeps young women around to look good. When Joe shows interest, she just, blurts out her whole truth. She's broke, she's homeless, she's wearing borrowed clothes, and this glamorous new life is all a lie. Talk about oversharing. Joe, amused and honest in his own way, accepts her as she is, the perfect ending to a day full of surprises. By the end of this whirlwind, Miss Pettigrew finds love, confidence, and a new understanding of what it means to live. This sparkling, quick, and smart romp is Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day by Winifred Watson. First published in 1938 and republished by Persephone Books in 2000. I rarely find books that combine humor with intellectual insight so effortlessly. Most serious books tend to drag you through tedious moral lessons or dense prose. But Miss Pettigrew is lively, funny, and so relatable despite being set nearly a century ago. Watson's wit shines in Miss Pettigrew's awkward honesty, the moments where she's horrified by the glitterati superficiality, but secretly fascinated too. The book pokes fun at high society, but also shows why these women wear masks: survival, opportunity, and social acceptance. What I loved most was how Watson never really condemns her characters. Instead, she lets you understand them, the desperate need to reinvent oneself, the tough compromises, the fragile hopes behind the glamour. So, in this world, your name, your looks, and your social connections can actually be more important than who you really are. Being single and, well, past your prime was almost a curse. But putting on a mask could open doors you never thought possible. Everyone is acting, whether it's with makeup, fake names, or, romantic schemes. And the book's hour-by-hour structure? It actually mirrors Miss Pettigrew's growing confidence and her willingness to bend the rules a little. Winifred Watson was a British writer born way back in 1907 in Newcastle upon Tyne. She wrote several novels, but honestly, Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day is by far her most famous. After World War II, she stopped writing and the book kind of slipped into obscurity until Persephone Books revived it in 2000. Since then, it's become a beloved classic, even inspiring a 2008 movie adaptation, though honestly, the book is way better. If you're looking for a light, fast, and witty read with heart and just a dash of social critique, this one's for you. It's perfect for anyone who loves stories about transformation, love, and finding your place in the world, even if it's just for a day. So, if you had only one day to reinvent yourself, Miss Pettigrew style, what would you do? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe for more book journeys like this. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you're interested in diving deeper into this book, I've left some links down in the description. You can use it to grab yourself a copy and keep the adventure going. And if you're in the mood for more great reads, don't go just yet. Click on one of the videos popping up right now that I think you'll love. And don't forget to give this review a like, leave a comment, or even subscribe if you'd like to see more. Every bit of support helps us grow this little community of book lovers. See you in the next one.